What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and this is your Real Housewives of Atlanta review. Once again, I recorded the video, did not turn the mic on, so I'm back here recording the same shit I just recorded previously. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. All right, here we go. When we start off, they were on the bus on the way to. God, I do not feel like recording this again. I do not feel like repeating myself and talking about this dumbass show. Anyways, they're on the bus. Candy is sticking up for Kenya because the girls just don't understand why she doesn't have help. You know, when people don't like you, they don't have compassion for you, nor do they understand any of the issues or problems that you're having in your life. And so they don't really understand until later Portia says something like, well, I guess if she doesn't have help, she doesn't have help. Yeah, she doesn't have help. And I hope she does get them together next week. But you can't expect it. That's why I keep saying Kenya doesn't belong on this show because, in all honesty, none of the women on this show are her friends. The simple fact that mothers cannot understand that this woman does not have support from this man, and besides the fact that they're probably reveling in the fact that he's treating her like shit, right? Because a lot of people say that that's Kenya's karma that she's dealing with a man like this. Anyways, they set up for the murder mystery. I wonder if that's the reason why she went ahead. Cynthia shows up and she loves her room. 8 hours later, the girls come in. They got their name tags or whatever. They start the murder mystery. The people with the guns come in and Portia jumps over the couch, which was really funny. They call it a ghetto. Portia, what's the girl's name? Drew calls it a ghetto murder mystery. It was a little like, I know, rough around the edges. It didn't look fun. I think maybe she should have told them first, like, we're gonna do a murder mystery, you guys, tonight. So, just to let you guys know that that's gonna happen. I think when people know, then they'll usually buy into it. But like Portia said, we just came here to drink and dance. We didn't really come here to try to figure out stuff. But Tanya and Candy seem to be the ones that were really interested in trying to win. You know, Candy is very, very competitive. Oh, I remember the last time Marlo and Tanya were fighting for the rooms, and I think Marlo got the room. I think, I'm not sure, but anyways, it doesn't matter. You don't have to correct it in the comments. I don't care. So they don't understand what's happening. Oh, that's Portia. She said, "I don't understand what's happening. I just want to drink and I just want to dance." No one's taking the murder mystery seriously, so Kenya kind of ruins it. But then she gives it to Tanya and gives Tanya the best room. Fallon shows up looking like Chili. Um, Kenya says she's gone through so much trouble to make this fun. I can't tell. She calls them a bunch of ratchet hyenas. And then Fallon is asked, why you not with us? And she was like, I'm with my husband. He's my best friend. She was like, oh, you can find a best friend anywhere. And then Drew says, well, don't worry about her. She doesn't care about husbands. And she was like, girl, what did you say? As they're walking to Candy's room, um Latoya is trying to get to Drew. You could tell she's preoccupied, like she's laser focused on trying to get to her. So she grabs her and she says, "Oh, well, can we talk about your struggling husband?" And so when she grabs her, Marlo and Fallon are like, "No, no, no, you can't do that. You can't touch people." I think everybody can agree, and that's the foundation of everything. Don't touch anybody. Period. And there's no if, ands, or buts, no biases, no gymnastics, no jumping through hoops. Don't touch nobody. Period. Drew lets us know she's from Chicago and that the last person that grabbed her got their head bashed into, and then she like fumbled over her words. So that leads me to believe that whoever she was talking about or whatever incident she created, it was a creation in her brain. And I don't doubt that. I don't think that Drew has ever, I mean, I can't say she's ever been in a fight, but her saying the last time somebody touched me, they got their head bashed in. It was just like, it didn't flow for me, because if it really happened, it would have flowed off your tongue, not been, you wouldn't have been no hemming and hawing over how you bash somebody's head in. Anyways, that's just me. And like I said, I don't know what it is, but Drew got a stank. I don't know if it's her facial expressions, but she walks around like it's stank. Like, I don't know what it is about her. Like, y'all can say that Latoya is getting on everybody's nerve. She's too much. She's too hype. She's too this and too that. But Drew seems like she's walking around with this. she's defensive. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't get it. Anyways, so Latoya does apologize for invading the girl's personal space. And everybody's like, she's a little bit too drunk. She needs to go. Um, they walk by Marlo's room and let Marlo and Kenya lets Marlo know that she has a bathroom and a closet. So there you go. And when you're rude to the hostess, what do you expect? And I agree. If you're rude to me, I don't expect the best room. And my question is if Marlo was given that room and Marlo wants another room, who should have been given Marlo's room? Who? Because if those were all the rooms and this is your room, and do you guys think it was rude for her to set up in the living room? What do you think about Marlo setting up her bedroom in the living room? What do you guys think about that? I want to hear what you guys think about that. Marlo is upset about the situation. They divide the women up between aunties and nieces. And like I said, my casting suggestion is to get rid of Cynthia, the aunties, Cynthia, Candy, and Kenya. Latoya was in there with them and Drew was in there with them, but then Drew ends up going in the room where Portia is with the rest of the women. Take Marlo out of that room because, like I said on my review that didn't record the audio, the average age of the women there is 43 years old. So y'all really all some aunties if you really want to talk about it, because Latoya is the youngest person there at 33 and the oldest person there is 53, and that's Cynthia. So the average is, what is that, 43? So whatever it is. So that's who I think, whoever was in that room minus Marlo, and take Marlo out, put her at the table with Cynthia, Kenya, and Candy, and take Latoya out of that room and put her in the room with those girls. That should be the cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Toya explains, girl, I'm touchy, I'm Philly, I'm Caribbean, I'm Trini. That's what we do, but I get it. I get she don't want to be touched. Don't touch nobody. Just don't touch nobody. And that's just a rule across the board. I don't think anybody is going to disagree with that rule. She says, I'm still going to address the thing about the wig though. And they were like, but when? Like, are you going to at least let the apology marinate for a little while? I mean, when are you going to do this? She was like, don't worry about it. My thing is, you should be more concerned, as pressed as you are, Latoya, with this wig. You should be as pressed about your eyebrows. Them eyebrows are a hot mess. Your eyebrows look like my eyebrows, and I haven't had my eyebrows done in a while. So if your shit looks like your shit ain't done, it's they too thick. I don't know if you just tinted them. I don't know what's going on, but they too thick and they look like charcoal has been scraped across your face. I don't know what's going on. Portia says that she feels like Toya likes to press buttons. You always worried about somebody pressing buttons because you just don't. I'm not going to even get on Portia. Anyways, but Portia says she's giving Kenya the benefit of the doubt. She's trying to be nice. She's trying to make everything nice. Anyways, but you know that Kenya and Candy are her, or that Candy and Cynthia are her girls. That's what she was letting everybody in there know. So in other words, we can all be against Kenya, but she has her girls in there. So it's not going to always go that way. I am so annoyed with this show. I just am annoyed. I'm just so annoyed with the show as a whole. Anyway, the aunties and the nieces. Marlo sets up her shit in the living room. Um, Kenya says we're gonna have a day of relaxation. She makes an announcement. We are going to have a day of relaxation. So let's have a good light and easy night. Brooklyn comes in. Brooklyn is there in the morning, walking on her tippy toes in the kitchen. So cute. Marlo's robe, I absolutely love her robe. Anyway, so Candy says, in the morning, y'all want to fight? She was like, yeah, y'all some aunties. And she was like, no, because you need to get your nieces. Y'all want to fight all the time. We're not trying to do all of that. So Candy was a little offended by the auntie comment, and Drew calls Ralph and tells him what happened with Latoya. Tanya is in the kitchen with Marlo, and she makes an announcement that she needs to know what the plans are. You were told what the plans were yesterday, Tanya. Okay? You were told what the plans were. It was going to be a day of relaxation. The people were going to come and barbecue. You already knew what the plan was. But Tanya is really concerned about eating because she's been drinking. And I don't know if anybody else on vacation, I don't want to make food when I'm on vacation. I want the food to be prepared. I want it to be out. I want to be able to snack. I want to do that. So they don't want to make food, which is normal. That's normal. But Miss Kenya orders DoorDash, and she was rude for not asking everybody what they wanted, right? What do you guys want? Do you guys want anything? I'm about to order from DoorDash. I'm PMSing. I don't feel like making no food. I'm about to order me some fries and stuff like that because that's the kind of food I want right now. Kenya does explain to us how difficult it is to literally be a single mother. It's very, very difficult for her. And again, she doesn't have a nanny. She doesn't have a nanny. And then like the fact that Candy had to say multiple times she does not want to leave her child with someone she's getting to know. Would y'all want to leave your like nobody gets it because nobody likes Kenya, so therefore the room or the space for compassion and understanding that it's none there for her. So nobody understands why she's bringing Brooklyn, even though she's brought Brooklyn on every single trip, every trip they go on. Shamia and Shamia and Portia are talking about these texts that Portia got from Dennis, and he's just basically, telling her what she wants to hear. And Shamia, like, most good friends, is trying to encourage her friend to be in an emotionally abusive relationship, like most good friends do. Those are not your friends, Portia. I'm sorry. Tanya, Shamia, anybody else trying to get Portia to be in a relationship with Dennis, y'all not her friend. Just letting y'all know that. Nobody cares. But anyways, as long as she got a man, I guess it's fine. Don't matter how the fuck he treats her. It's Tanya and Marlo. Everybody thinks that it's rude what Kenya did. She said there's a fridge. It's full of food. Y'all could have made some food or whatever. Candy is mad. Anytime it has to do with food, Candy is mad. But I don't know if y'all noticed, as fucked up as Kenya is, she gave Tanya, the bitch she probably should not like, half of her food, half of her sandwich. And then it was so ironic. It wasn't ironic. It was fucked up the next day when Tanya, or at dinner, when Tanya mentions that Kenya ordered food. Girl, she gave you half of your food. Now you the one that needs to be quiet because she gave you food. And she didn't have to give you food. But anyways, I noticed that she gave Tanya half of her food. Anyways, Toya comes with the wig. They're trying to get Toya not to give the wig to Drew. At the table, they're sitting at the table. The pig looked really good. That food looked all the food actually looked really good. And I was like, oh, okay, I could see why it's like just make some food earlier. We're about to have catered food later. But if you're on a vacation, I want catered food all the time. I don't want to make anything. I'm on vacation. Nobody goes on vacation and wants to cook. I think the most that people will make on vacation is breakfast food. You know what I mean? But throughout the day, don't nobody want to be standing up, cooking and chopping and stuff like that. Unless you are like a true, legit hostess and that's what you love to do and you want to be cooking and chopping and making plates and platters and shit for people, then that's what you do. But I don't know what was going on with Kenya Child. I don't know. I don't know. It just, she wasn't being a great hostess. And then that's just real. I thought it was rude that, okay, what do you guys think? I don't give a fuck. What do you guys think? Was Tanya rude for asking the chef to serve her? Because later Kenya says that she's spoiled for that. Do you guys think that that's rude to ask somebody to serve you that actually made the food? Like, what do you guys think? Who cares what I think? They start talking about, she was like, well, you ordered a po' boy. I just gave you my food. You need to be quiet. If anybody else complains, that's fine. But I gave you my food. So be quiet, okay? Latoya brings up the wig. She apologizes to Drew. Drew brings out a picture of an autographed picture of her. She just lets us know that she needs a new headshot because those headshots look old as fuck. But there are so many people who don't like Drew Zadora for her role on the game. And the fact that you're going so deep with that with Toya, it's just shade for shade, I guess. Whatever. You watch me so much or whatever. I would like to know who would like to claim that they are the stylists behind Drew Zadora's wigs. That's what I would like to know. Who's going to admit to that? Let us know. Marlo starts talking about sisterhood. I know we shade each other, but it's about sisterhood. And then she says, Kenya, you hurt me to my core when you gave me that room. And I'm trying to figure out, is it the same core that you tried to touch with her when you was talking about her mother not wanting her? Because to me, I would never forgive you for that. I'll be cordial with you, but we're never going to be friends. And if I have an opportunity and I'm on the other side and I have to give you something, you're going to get the worst of it. And that's just what it is. And you know our relationship or whatever, because Candy and Marlo had a conversation earlier about that, and she was like, well, you just need to talk to her and have a conversation. But when you're talking to her, you're telling Kenya you're so deeply hurt inside, and I only talk about your butt and your skin. You're trying to find a common ground and insult her along the way, so it's still fuck Marlo. So Marlo, you can walk away and you could cry about it or whatever. You can be butthurt over a fucking room, but you have to remember the things that you do and why Kenya reacts to you in the way that she does. It's not unwarranted or without a reason. It's because you are disgusting to her. And that's just what it is. And you're going to keep getting what she gives you, and because you deserve it. And until she decides to let it go, then she can let it go. But until then, here's your bathroom and here's your closet, girl. Anything else? Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.